Hello everybody. Um, Now I want to show you the new version of the Helltooth Gargantuan build in patch 2.4.2. So this is right now PTR. I think it will go live like it is right now. So I'll just show you the changes from the old Helltooth build and how to play it. Yeah. So first go through the cube. Other than in the old Helltooth build, we got now Wormwood in cube to cast automatically cast Locust Swarm. Before we got Furnace for the more damage. Then we got Master of Jerem in cube. We don't use Taskers anymore because we don't got a space for it. And Master of Jerem is just more damage than Task and CEO. Master of Jerem in cube, and then the new buffed Ring of Emptiness for the basic damage bonus. And that's the only thing really new in this build, the Ring of Emptiness. Because of this ring, we need to change a little bit in the skills and the items. Yes. So we are the full 6-piece Helltooth set, where we get the 2-piece bonus was changed a little bit just. The 20% increased damage we gain from the necrosis now just counts for yourself. So when you play in a party, the other group members don't deal 20% more damage when you cast your zombie wall. It's just for you, yourself. Then 4-piece set bonus is still 60% damage reduction when you apply necrosis to the mobs, and then 6-piece bonus still 1400% increased damage for our Gargantuans in this build. So you just wear the full 6-piece Helltooth set. I will also put a Diablo fans link in the description where I describe the whole items and which set you prefer on which item. So I just go through what item you use in this build right now here. And there I saw I'm wearing the wrong offhand. Yeah, I want a cat. That was my fail. So Helltooth set and then Sacred Harvester just for your 10 Soul Harvest stacks for 60% damage reduction from Lacumbus, and more armor from your Language Rune Soul Harvest. Then as often you use the Henry's Perquisition now, because the Ucapian Snake doesn't make any sense right now, because you can't anymore use your dogs in this build, and no other opponent also needs makes sense. And the cat is also good to skip a lot. You don't you get a lot of damage reduction when skipping mobs. Then your Lacumbus braces for the damage reduction, which is also like an old build. Witching Hour just for damage bonus. Shortman's Finger for the damage bonus for the Gargs also. And then Endless Walk set, the Compass Rose and Traveler's Pledge. Also for damage bonus by standing still, and toughness bonus when you move. Yeah, that's the same like in the old build. But the only thing here changed is that you don't anymore use a Master of Jerem or Task and Seal and got the other one in the cube and use your Ring of ROE Gargantuan and use another offhand. Also, last seasons a lot of people used Henry's Perquisition. I used the Ucapian Snake because I preferred it. Yeah, now you have to use Cat Mojo. Then we go through the skills. First Spirit Walk. There I also got the wrong rune. You want the Drawn rune for 3 seconds Spirit Walk, just to survive longer and longer stand still and use your entrance walk bonus full up, and easier to work into the Oculus fields. I will also will explain the my skills on my Enchantress and items in this build. Then new is use Haunt right now in this build, because Locust Swarm is spread automatically from your Wormwood in cube, and you have to cast Haunt yourself. And that's the big change in this build. You have to permanent cast Haunt to get Haunt on every enemy all the time. You use the 20% more damage rune from Haunt. Also, this rune was reworked. Now the 20% damage bonus just also counts for yourself, like the necrosis from the 2-piece Helltooth bonus. That's just one of the group nerfs for the support Witch-Doctor. So the support Witch-Doctor is dead now. Then you still use your Gargantuan Harmogrid, the Cold Rune, so that you gain the cleave ability, and it deals 585% damage. Then Soul Harvest with Languish Rune for armor, still the best rune. Perenninado for the pull, just for better positioning, so that you can pull everything into your Gargs. Yeah, still like in the build before. And Wall of Death, also with the Cold Rune for 25% reduced damage, still like in the old build. And then the passives also didn't change. The Spirit Wasp Vessel still has a proc. Confidence Ritual for more damage. I know a lot of people also prefer Pierce the Veil here. Yeah, I don't know, that's just a situation thing. When you get good mobs and can stay close to them, Confidence Ritual will always be better, and when you got bad mobs and need to stay in distance, Pierce the Veil will always be better. I prefer Confidence Ritual because I fish a lot for good mobs. Yeah, and then Confidence Ritual will always be better and the better mobs. Graven Justice for cooldown reduction, still like in Iliod Garg build, so that you can cast more often your Gargs, your Spirit Walk, and your Perenninado for the positioning. And then Midnight Feast for 50% increased Garg damage, still like in the old build, just a buff for the Gargantuans. So, let's go into a level 90 Grift. 90 is now really easy with the new build because you deal 300% more damage to trash just because of the Ring of Emptiness. Yeah. So, just show you the... What are they talking here? Just show you the gameplay. I will just go quick into the skills and items of my follower, Enchantress, right now. So, yeah, just like every follower, you give him the You Cannot Die follow item, and then amulets. I know a lot of people prefer the Act 3 Bounty Amulet, which letting your follower charm the enemy so that he gains more damage, or the S of Johan for pull. I don't like those two, and then I didn't find any good amulet, because first the charm amulet just makes it harder for you to pull, because when your follower just charms an enemy, once you want to pull everything together, all the mobs will stop at the charmed enemy and letting you very hard pull everything together. And also the 35% damage, increased damage from the amulet, doesn't really make any sense on trash, because trash also dies fast enough. It would only be useful at bosses or packs, and it's really rare that they can be charmed by the charm amulet. And then S of Johan. When I started playing with the Helltooth Garg build, I used S of Johan, but then after some rifts, I really, yeah, destroyed it. Because S of Johan is okay in every build which is not a pet build. When you don't play a pet build, just S of Johan just sometimes pull everything together at one point where your follower is attacking. So you just go there, got everything together, and just kill it. But when you play a pet build and just positioned everything right, got your Gargs in the middle of a giant trash mob pack, and there's a yellow or a blue close to the Gargs and they can hit them perfectly, and then your follower just pulls everything out from the Gargs. Just so annoying. You really you can destroy a God Rift just because of S of Johan. So I would really give you all the tip that to don't use S of Johan on your follower. I just hate this amulet. It destroyed so much good rifts I played before. I just decided to don't use it. I just got some random amulet here where I rolled attack speed. Yeah, that's it. Then the rings. first White Rod, just also with attack speed. Yeah, you gain 35% chance to stun the enemy for 1.5 seconds when you deal lightning damage to them. So I rolled the damage of the weapon to lightning damage. Also weapon with attack speed, amulet with attack speed, and both rings with attack speed, so that she just casts faster. Then a weapon on Yangdo. This weapon is really nice. I just love this weapon. It just also saves so much rifts I have done yet. Because yeah, attacking enemies below 20% life freezes them for 3 seconds. I got one fight with Cold Snap. This was 92, 93 last season, but was some high rank. It was at the beginning of the season somewhere. And yeah, when you got Cold Snap, you know, Cold Snap at 25 to 20%, he starts freezing your guards permanently, and you can't really do any damage to him anymore. And when you got Onyangdo on your follower, it's just about timing. When your follower attacks, before Cold Snap can freeze everything, she will freeze Cold Snap permanently. Also, at some stupid packs with Frozen, when you get a Frozen pack or a Nightmare or a Knockback pack in Giant Trash Mob, and kill them down to 20% life, and then your trash is gone. Normally you would then skip this pack because the Frozen, the Knockback, or the Nightmares will be so annoying so that it won't make any sense to kill the pack. But when you got Onyangdo on your follower, she can just permanently freeze the pack then, and you can easily kill it then. Yeah. So I really love this weapon. Also at Bloodmaw, at 25% Bloodmaw is escalating and just jumping around like a bunny. And she also starts freezing him permanently. It's also really nice. And then Oculus Ring. Yeah. Just for, also with attack speed. Just for the damage bonus. Like you will see in the Rift, Oculus Field sometimes spawns when the follower attacks a mob and then your guards kill the mob. Then you get Oculus Field. You want a Oculus Ring with 85% for the most damage. And that's just another damage multiplicator when you stand in the Oculus Field. Then the skills. First, here the 3% attack speed skill, and that's just the reason why you use the enchanters also, because attack speed is just basic gargantuan damage, so that's the follower which gives you the most damage for your gargantuans. Then erosion conjures a pulse of energy that deals weapon damage over 5 seconds. Affected enemy will also take 3% increased damage. Also more damage for you just. Then buffs you and your enchanters, reducing damage from ranged attacks by 6%. Also very useful. 6% lower damage. And then the first skill, I didn't choose any of those skills. Because we don't choose a skill, it will use she will use no one of those skills, because they are both crap. First skill charms an enemy to fight for you for 8 seconds. Like I already said about the amulet, charming enemies is very bad, because it just makes it harder for you to pull. And then the other skill is summon a cane explosion 8 years around an enemy, dealing damage as a kind, and knock back all monsters caught within. A knockback spell. Also not very useful when she knockbacks everything around your guards. Don't make any sense. So don't skill one of those skills. Yeah, that was just my enchanters with her skills and her items. Just want to go in that short. Oh fuck. I forgot the gems. You still use the gems like in the old Gargantuan build. The Bane of Trapped, the Bane of Stricken, and the Enforcer. Also there nothing changed. It's still the same like in the old build. So let's go. You're now a little bit more squishy in this build, because you don't anymore got your dogs to healing you. So just yeah, try to stay safe, cast your zombie wall, cast your Gargs. It's just a really bad mob type right now here. So I try to move a lot because Impaler are very dangerous. Normally you want to stay still all the time to get enough damage bonus from your Endless Walk. Always go into the Oculus Rift fields from your Enchantress. Try to stay in 25 yards, in 20 yards to the mobs, so you get 25% damage bonus. And all your healing now comes from health globes, picking up health globes. Don't get any more healing in this build. And that's very hard. So always have an eye on the ground to look if there is some health globe around. Try to stay still, get your 100% from your Endless Walk, and just permanently cast Haunt. When you got bad mobs and need to go in range to mobs, always remember to go every 8 seconds close to the mobs, so that Locust Swarm can spread around again. Because Locust Swarm lasts for 8 seconds. When you don't get any more Locust Swarm on the mobs, you lose your 300% damage bonus from the Endless Walk. That's a mistake I made at the boss when I played this build first. I always stayed, like in the old build last season, I stand in range to the boss, so you don't get hit much. But in this build you really have to go every 8 seconds close to the boss. Just save your Spirit Walk for that. Yeah, and then it also should be easy. Try to hide a little bit behind your Gargs. Search for Oculus fields. Yeah, and when you right now on 90 it's not that hard, so I can do this pack. But when you wanna fish next season for rank, for really high grade rifts, I would skip every Frozen, Knockback and Nightmarish packs, because it's just so annoying, and you can't really deal damage when your Gargs are getting CC'd all the time. Come on, Gargs. Hit the healer one. Nice. And like in the old Garg build last season, when you push, never fight a single target mob like I'm doing right now. Always try to pull them and search for a big trash mob. Big amount of trash mobs, and then use your area damage, because area damage is the most important stat in this build. The funny thing is, it's not really a big difference between the build last season, but it feels like it is a big difference, because last season you just cast your zombie walls, your Gargs, your Prenado, and then stand around, yeah, dodging everything and don't really cast anything. Now just that you have cast Haunt now feels like you're more actively doing something in this build. You just get some placebo effect that you are dealing a little bit damage. For me it's so. I don't know how you feel about this. But for me the build feels a lot more active right now. Also that you have to look a little bit more for your survivability right now, because you don't get healing anymore. Need to look for globes and everything. Also makes the build feel a lot more active. And still, like in the old build last season, just want to fish for big maps so that you can make big trash pulls to really use your area damage. Fuck. Yeah, and right now I got no healing, so I think I will die, yes. There was an health globe, but I couldn't reach it because of Jailer. Now there are not enough mobs, so I try to pull the unburied to some more mobs around here. Yeah, and always remember, before you summon your Gargs, when you revive yourself after dying, yeah, soul harvest enough to get toughness and cast a zombie wall to get toughness, so that you don't cast your Gargs and instantly die. And that's also one thing you need to do when you first go into the rift at the beginning. Before you do anything, cast a zombie wall, harvest enough that you're safe for the first. Also, right now it's with the new build, it's a lot easier to pull enough, because Locust Swarm, yeah, Locust Swarm aggros enough, and with Haunt you can easier attack mobs than with last season. Last season you need to cast Zombie Wall to aggro the mobs, or go close to them. That also was a little bit lame. You had to waste your Zombie Wall to aggro mobs and couldn't just time it correctly to get the damage reduction. Bad conduit, no mobs around. Yeah, that's really bad conduit. But it's just 90. 90 will be no thing next season. Witcher will clear at least 100 next season. So Piranha, wait for my Garg cooldown, Garg's in the middle of the Piranha, another Piranha, and everything will be pulled on the Gargs, that they just need to stand around and hit, don't need to move. Because you never want your Gargs to move, because they will just run in stupid corners or to some trash mobs. You always want your Gargs to be stuck in the middle of your trash pull. Yeah, Bone Warlock, not the best boss, but it's okay. Yeah, bosses with ads are bad, like you already know last season, I think. Because your Gargs, like you saw some seconds ago, will turn around and attack the ads instead of the boss. Oh god, it's one-shotting me. Bosses like Binder with ads are okay because she already stands on her ads, so you just can get soul up from the ads and a little bit area damage without the Garg wasting time on the ads, like right now here. We summon the Gargs. Worst bosses are Scandiel and Brandy, I think, because you can't do Scandiel. Even if you got 10 minutes, Scandiel will be impossible, because you will permanently knock back your Gargs, summon ads in front of him, and Don't letting your Gargs hit him once. The beginning was easy and now he's getting a little bit annoyed. Come on, Gargs, turn around, hit him 2 or 3 times and he's dead. Oh. Around 11 minutes, this rift was okay, I think. So, I hope I explained everything good enough for you. Yeah, then just have fun next season and goodbye.